didn't know who Jesus truly was. And so I go into my room to do meditation. And at this time, as I'm doing the meditation, typically they tell you to empty yourself. And this time I had heard to meditate on Christ. And so I did. I began to meditate on Jesus, and he appeared to me. And I floated up and I hit a glass wall. And when I hit the glass wall, it was so thick, but I could see through it. And I was trying to find how to get through. And when I looked through, I saw Jesus. And I saw him on a throne with people surrounding him. But I couldn't get through. And I was screaming. I was like, Jesus, let me through, let me through. And I was so confused. I came back to myself and I was just crying. I'm like, why couldn't I get to Jesus? Like, what was that? And so when I started to really kind of question it, I prayed and I said, just with all my heart, God, if you're real, like show me you're real. And this was like several weeks later, and I'm laying in my bed and I'm like, just show me you're real, if you're real. And I got this image of a Bible opened up in front of me, and it just these words, read the Bible. And I never had even thought to read the Bible. And I have read hundreds of self-help books. I have watched hundreds of podcasts and videos, and I never once, I was like, why have I never thought to just read the Bible? The next morning I woke up, and I grew up Christian. And so my mom had left a Bible at my house, and I started reading the Bible. And I read John, and I read Luke. And as soon as I got done with Luke, I understood the truth. And I was like, Jesus is real, and he is here to save us.
Come on, let's give it up for Jesus. Jesus is the only way, the truth, and the way to the Father. So could you say at that moment you were born again?
Being born in the Holy Spirit is profound. And I was in prayer and just praying to God. And the only way that I know how, nobody teaches you how to pray. So I'm praying to God, and I stand up and I feel this, get back down. Like, get back down. And I'm like, okay, like, I'll get back. I don't know who's, what's talking to me or why I feel this way, but okay. So I get back down, and as I go back down and I'm praying, I feel this like overwhelming love penetrate through my belly. And I hear this verse in my head, and it says that from your belly shall flow rivers of living water. And I feel it like go through me, and I just start speaking in tongues, and it was the most beautiful thing.
Come on. That is so wonderful. Katie, tell us, how did you end up at Hungry Gen? I know you got water baptized as well just not long ago, right?
So when you become born again, God flips your world upside down. He takes your character, he penetrates the truth through everything you see. Everything I looked at was in black and white, and suddenly the world was in full color. Suddenly I was turning off Netflix. I was changing the radio station. I was everything. And I didn't decide, I didn't do any of this. He did this for me. And it was such a spiritual awakening. I was looking for a spiritual church. I needed to find a place that was filled with other people in the church who felt this, who had this calling, who knew that we are a temple and we are God's glory. Everywhere we go, we are God's glory. And I needed that in my life. And
what advice can you give to people who find themselves in false practices like New Age or maybe even a cult seeking for truth? What would you tell them?
I know you want the truth, and I know that you think by doing more research and doing more on your own that you're going to be able to find that peace within you. But it is nothing that you can do to find peace on your own. Only Jesus can deliver that peace. Only Jesus can save you. I beg you to look into it. What is it about Jesus that pulls so many away, but they will look to all of these other platforms and man and all of these other people to try to find truth. But I'm telling you, the truth is in Jesus. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life.
Come on, Jesus is the truth. Thank you so much, Katie. What a wonderful testimony.